We're doing some metal, folks. We be doing some metal. Some Lamb of God, and the name of this is King Me. So let's do this. Here we go. Lamb of God, all right.
Saw the world through the lens of a pinhole camera. I saw nothing. I was blind. In between a black hole and a supernova is where you'll find me. Imploding and expanding simultaneously. No longer blind.
I love this. They're giving us time to build with this. We just kind of sit with it and just let it plow into our soul. And of course, I love the string.
I've been running away for so long. When I finally caught myself, there wasn't much left.
I love the delay on that.
This last page is blank, and the medicine is gone.
That blend with his growl and tearing voice and her voice in the background. I love that when he gets his harmony. And then haunting female voice in the background. Got to stop for a second. One of the most powerful things to me about this track, creatively so well set up with his speaking voice coming down, ballsing it up, bringing it back down to his speaking voice and taking over into more what I would recognize as Lamb of God performance and stuff. I love the strings they have going in there, but the polarization between the power of his voice, the emphasis of the passion and the disdain, if you would, the darkness of how he's singing, yet there's that beautiful flying opera singer in the background of almost like Temptation. It's almost like, you know, that kind of a vibe. It's like this big fight between, like, you know, and who's the worst? You know what I'm saying? Typically, you might think that the would be the dark side, and the siren singer right here would be the positive. But you don't know. It could be the other way around based on the storytelling and the lyrics. But I find that to be so insanely cool. menacing. So freaking menacing.
All of that is in enough, for I have arisen. So that myself somehow dead and in prison. I'm fighting to live if I am to see the day. I swear I'll never sleep again. I am no bad slave. I wanted the fog to lift, but I was living in a cloud.
I also love that the overheads are not hot in this mix of the kit.
The present always dies in future memories, and King Me is killing me. Cut wide open and bleeding to death for all to see.
My own little jump scare. I was waiting for it. I love this here when they go in this cut time. Is there more to it? No, I think that's it. Couple of things I want to also mention about this. I was saying during the play is that I love the fact that the overheads for the kit, the overhead mics, that gives you this kind of authentic stereo imaging, you know, with cymbals are being hit and stuff. You really get that vibe. Was kept fairly low. I was listening to, like, you know, how far back the China was and stuff like that. And like it didn't get it independently mic'd and stuff like that, but they kept it, you know, fairly low, which really left a lot more of the ownership of the headspace as far as stereo imaging to all the guitar work and stuff that was going in there. And I love the poppiness in the engineering of the kick. But I think the two things that I just want to kind of go back to for a second is that little area where, obviously, where the hook is, and there's that, you know, meandering kind of female vocals in the background. That kind of tug of war was really, really super cool. Knowing also, I read in the comments, I think Truck had mentioned that this is a story about, you know, him going through his alcoholism. So I could see that if that was that argument and, you know, that kind of same thing that Tool did with Sober kind of vibe, you know, if that is that internal grind that's going on there. But I also like the fact that they had these the strings were always kind of somewhere in the background and always holding another pattern. So even though, I've said this many times about bands that have their performers are the ones that do the rip vocals and the dark, heavy, you know, growling performances, there's always, if you really listen, there's always something in the background that's carrying some kind of a melodic representation through that hook. So I mean, an octave higher, but was always meandering back there. It's kind of a cynical melodic, you know, subline in there. So very much Lamb of God. At first, I didn't know what to expect, you know, with the quiet voice and his deep, dark voice. But once it got into the power of the performance, I was like, that's the Lamb of God I know.